So next let us discuss some problems regarding calculation of triple integrals in spherical polar coordinates. So let us have a look at first question. It says that show that this triple integral over x square plus y square plus z square raised to power n dx dy dz is equal to 4 pi divided by 2n plus 3 over the region x square plus y square plus z square less than equal to 1 and n is given to be greater than 0. So now by looking at the question, they have just asked you to evaluate this triple integral. So how can you by yourself identify that you wanted to use spherical polar coordinates here instead of the given Cartesian coordinates? So the one reason is because here the region of integral, region on which integration is to be performed, is given to be a sphere and whose equation is given to be this one, x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 1. So this is the given sphere. So it would be more convenient if you use spherical coordinates instead of the Cartesian coordinates. So for that we will substitute instead of x the value r sine theta cos phi, instead of y r sine theta sine phi, and instead of z r cos theta. So this you should know what is the relationship between these values, and moreover we have to see what could be our limits of integration here. So for that we will define the region V as consisting of all the points x, y, z. This was previously given to us that x, y, z such that we have to perform the integration over this particular region. But now what is our region? Our region will consist of all the points r, theta and phi such that what are the limits for r, theta and phi? You know, according to these conversions, r is always greater than 0. The value of theta that always lies between 0 to pi, and the values of phi also lies between 0 to 2 pi. So this is according to the general sphere. In this case they are also asking this for this particular sphere. Now for this particular sphere, what is the value of r here? R is equal to 1. The radius is equal to 1 from here. So that means we have the limits for integration as of r particularly varying from 0 to 1, and for theta and phi they will be the same. So what is the limit for theta? That is 0 to pi, and for phi it is going to be 0 to 2 pi. So you now have the limits of integration. You now have the relationship between the spherical and spherical coordinates and the Cartesian coordinates, and moreover you also know the value of Jacobian. What is that? That is equal to r square sine theta in this particular case. So therefore your integral would convert into, so this triple integral of the function x square plus y square plus z square raised to power n dx dy dz, this is simply equal to the integration of, now instead of this x square plus y square plus z square you can write r square, right, raised to power n, and then instead of this quantity you can write dr, d theta and d phi, and you also have to write the value of Jacobian. And what is the value of Jacobian? That is simply equal to r square sine theta. And now you have to substitute the limits. Here would be the limits of r, then theta and then phi. So what are the limits of r? They are from 0 to 1. The limits of theta, they are from 0 to pi, and the limits of phi, they are from 0 to 2 pi. The next task is just to solve this particular integral. Now you see solving this integral is also very simple because the limits here are constant limits. these are constant. Therefore, you can solve this in any order. It does not matter what is which limit you are solving first, because here the function is continuous. Okay. So firstly we'll solve it with respect to r. So that means we will assume theta to be constant. So sine theta would be as such. And here the integration of r to the power 2n plus 2. What would be that? It would be r to the power 2n plus 3 divided by 2n plus 3. And the values of r varies from 0 to 1. And we are left with d theta d phi. And here also the limits of theta from 0 to pi, and the limits of phi, that is from 0 to 2 pi. So this quantity, now when you substitute 1 in its place, so it would be sine theta, and this is a constant quantity, so this could be taken outside. So 1 by 2n plus 3, and then we have the limits for phi, and then the limits for theta, sine theta, d phi. Now we have 1 by 2n plus 3. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta, and the limits of theta, they are from 0 to pi. So this is what we have. So what would be this? 1 by 2n plus 3 as such. Then minus cos of pi, minus plus, so plus cos of 0, right, d phi, and the integration with respect to 2 pi. And what is this? Cos of pi, what is the value? It is equal to minus 1. So we have plus 1 plus 1. So that is 2, right? 2 d phi, integration from 0 to pi, 1 by 2n plus 3. So this quantity is equal to 2 is also taken outside, and its integration would be 2 pi minus 0. So finally the answer is 4 pi by 2n plus 3. So this is the answer, and this is what we wanted to prove here in the given question. So now let us move on to next question. So question number 2, it says that evaluate the integral over v of the function 1 minus x square minus y square minus z square divided by 1 plus x square plus y square plus z square dx, dy, dz, where what is v? V is given to be the region consisting of all the points x, y, z such that x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0, z is greater than equal to 0, and x square plus y square plus z square is less than equal to 1. So that means, what does this region says? It says we are in the first quadrant, and it says your surface is a sphere having radius 1. So this is all given to you. Now for solving this integral, again we will take the help of spherical polar coordinates. Now for that, you know why we are using that? Again, because we are having a region or surface consisting of sphere. So for that, we know what is the relationship. X is equal to r sine theta cos phi, y is equal to r sine theta sine phi, and z is equal to r cos theta. And this is the relationship. And what is the value of Jacobian? That is r square sine theta. And moreover, what would be the limits? The general limits, they are r greater than equal to 0, theta lying between 0 to pi, and phi lie between 0 to 2 pi. But here we are, because in the first quadrant, so therefore your angles theta and phi would change. So that means what could be your region in terms of r, theta and phi? So it will consist of all the points r, theta and phi, such that r lies between 0 to this sphere. And what is this sphere? you already know the value of x square plus y square plus z square, that is equal to r square. Therefore this quantity becomes r square less than equal to 1. So that means you have the value of r lying between 0 to 1, and this angle would reduce to the angles from 0 to pi by 2 only. Why? Because now we are in the first quadrant. So the limits for theta and phi, they both now start from 0 and end at pi by 2. So now we have got everything. We have this relationship, and we know the limits, and we know the value of the Jacobian. Therefore our integral over v given by this 1 minus x square minus y square minus z square divided by 1 plus x square plus y square plus z square dx dy dz. Now this thing is equal to the region where instead of the Cartesian coordinates, you will write, now if you take negative sign common from this, so you can write this to be x square plus y square plus z square divided by, again you can write this to be x square plus y square plus z square, right, dx dy dz, and then you could change it into the corresponding spherical polar coordinates. So this quantity is r square. So you have 1 minus r square divided by 1 plus r square. And what is the value of Jacobian? That is r square sine theta. And instead of dx dy dz, you would now be writing dr, d theta and d phi. So that means you will first write the limits for r, they are from 0 to 1. The limits for theta, they are from 0 to pi by 2, and the limits for phi, they are from 0 to pi by 2. Now again, all the limits are constant, so it would not matter which limit you solve first. So it is up to you how you wanted to solve this particular thing. So firstly, we'll solve the integral corresponding to r. So we have this double integration as such, and then when you solve this, so you will have let me solve it here. So we have 1 minus r square by 1 plus r square into r square, right? So this quantity, I'm just performing some rearrangement. So what would be this? So we have r square minus r to the power 4 by 1 plus r square. So it would be, because we wanted to make it into a term whose integration we can find very easily. So if I add 1 here, so I will have 1 plus r square, and minus 1 here, so I will have 1 plus r square, right? This is for the first term. For the second term, minus r to the power 4. I can write r to the power 4 as r square divided by r square squares, right? Now I can add 1 and I can subtract 1, right? There is no problem. So this is simply equal to this term. So I can write it like this. There is no problem. Now this first term becomes 1 minus 1 by 1 plus r square. And then what would be this? I have to open up this square. So it would be r square plus 1 whole square. And then minus 1 and then plus 2 times r square plus 1 divided by r square plus 1. Just a second. So r square plus 1. So what do we have? 1 minus 1 by 1 plus r square. And then here we will have r square plus 1. And we have minus 1 by r square plus 1. And then we have plus 2. So when you solve this, you finally have this one and this one cancels. So you will have the value as 2 minus r square and then minus 2 divided by 1 plus r square. So basically you have converted your this term to this term by simple calculation. Now its integration could be performed. So I'm directly writing it over here. So it would be 2 minus r square minus 2 upon 1 plus r square. This term. And because sine theta doesn't make any difference, so being constant, because we are performing integration with respect to r, so its integration would simply be here also. the limits for r, that is from 0 to 1. Okay. So now what is the integration of this term? So we have 2r minus r cube by 3 and minus 2. The integration of 1 by 1 plus r square, that is tan inverse of r. And the limits here, so we have to perform this integration. The limits are of r are from 0 to 1, d theta, sin theta, d theta and d phi. We have sin theta, d theta and d phi. So what is this? When you substitute the limits, so you will have 2 minus 1 by 3 minus 2. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So you have pi by 4 here. And when you substitute 0, 0 minus 0 minus 2 tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0 is again 0. So you have this sin theta, d theta, d phi. And the limits are here from 0 to pi by 2 and 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So this is equal to 5 by 3 minus pi by 2. And now we have to perform the integration of sin theta with respect to theta, that is equal to minus cos theta divided by nothing. So minus cos theta. So this is the integration, and the limits are again from 0 to pi by 2, d phi, and the integration 0 to pi by 2. So this is equal to 5 by 3 minus pi by 2, and when you substitute the limits, cos of pi by 2 is 0 and cos of 0 is 1. So we have minus of minus 1, that is 1, d phi, and then the integration from 0 to pi by 2. So this would be equal to 5 by 3 minus pi by 2, and then we have phi, whose limits are from 0 to pi by 2. So this is equal to pi by 2 multiplied by 5 by 3 minus pi by 2. So this is the answer of this particular question. This is the value of the triple integral which they have asked in this particular question. So the next question here is question number 3. Okay, so the question is question number 3, evaluate the integral I, where we have to perform the triple integral of the square root of 1 minus x square upon a square minus y square upon b square minus z square upon c square dx dy dz over the region bounded by the ellipsoid x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square is equal to 1. Now at the first look, you cannot say we can solve this question using spherical polar coordinates. But if you make one more conversion here before going into the spherical polar coordinates, then it would be more easy. So let us see how you can do that. So if you firstly convert this like this. So firstly you substitute, instead of small x, small a into capital X, instead of small y, small b into capital Y, instead of small z, small c into capital Z. So if you apply this transformation, this is according to you. Why? Because for reaching onto this spherical coordinates, what you require, you do not require these terms, the constant terms, right? So we are trying to eliminate these constant terms by using this kind of transformation from here. So if you apply this transformation, what are your derivatives going to look like? Your derivatives would be dx would be a dx, right? dy would be b dy, and dz would be c dz. So either you could change it like this, or you can calculate the Jacobian of small x y z with respect to this capital X, Y, Z. So basically this will come out to be A, B, C. Or if you do not want to use the Jacobian term, so you could directly, instead of dx, you could use this term, instead of dy, you could use this term, and instead of dz, you could use this term. So obviously you will have A, B, C. So now you also have the relationship, you also get to know what this Jacobian actually mean. So when you change this, so your problem, your integral is going to become this triple integral, and instead of 1 minus x square upon a square, now because we are writing in place of x square the value a square by capital X square, a square by capital X square. So this a square and a square cancel, so we only have minus x square, and similarly minus y square and minus z square. So this is our integral, and we have a, b, c, d capital X, d capital Y, and d capital Z. So this is our integral, and now we have to solve it over the sphere. Here our sphere is also going to change. It is going to become capital X square plus capital Y square plus capital Z square is equal to 1. So this is the sphere. Earlier it was this one. Now we have shifted it to this. Now our problem is the one where we can use spherical polar system to solve this kind of system. So for that, what we'll do, we'll substitute x is equal to r sine theta cos phi, capital Y is equal to r sine theta sine phi, and capital Z is equal to r cos theta. And your limits would be, because your sphere is this one, so that means your r square is going to be equal to 1. So from here you could obtain this limits, the region in terms of r, theta and phi. What would be this region? Here you will have the limits of r between 0 to 1, and because in the question you are not given exactly from in which quadrant you are, so you will take the limits of theta and phi exactly the same which is present for whole of the sphere. So the limits of theta would be from 0 to pi, and of phi would be from 0 to 2 pi. Therefore your integral I would be equal to a, b, c could be taken outside. So we will have 0 to 2 pi, 0 to pi, and from 0 to 1. Now here the order of integration does not matter. So we have 1 minus r square, and we have r square sine theta. Now this is the value of Jacobian for this particular transformation, and we have d phi, and because these are the limits for phi, and then we have d theta, limits for d theta, and then dr, the limits for dr. So now the next step remaining is just to solve this particular integral. Okay, so let us solve this integral. So what would be the answer finally? So if you solve this, you have ABC. First of all, we'll perform the integration with respect to phi. There is no phi, so its integration would simply be equal to 2 pi into this whole term as such, 1 minus r square sine theta, and d theta dr. The next thing is we have to perform its integration with respect to theta as well as with respect to r. So when you perform the integration with respect to theta, so its integration would simply be this. So 2 pi could also be taken outside. So it would be the this term as such, 1 minus r square into r square. The integration of sine is minus cos theta, and the limits for theta, they are from 0 to pi dr as such. So this would be equal to cos of pi, that is equal to minus 1. So we have 1 and minus 1, right? So we have 2 here basically. We have 2 here. Yes. So it would be 4 pi ABC integration from 0 to 1 square root of 1 minus r square dr. Now to solve this integration, we will substitute r is equal to sine t, so that your dr would become cos t dt. Therefore, our integral, this integral I, this would be equal to 4 pi ABC as such. And then in the limits, whenever your r is equal to 0, sine t would be equal to 0. So your lower limit would be 0. And whenever your r is equal to 1, your sine t would be 1. So that means your t would be pi by 2. So here we have 1 minus sine square t square root, and then you have sine square t dt. Okay, so this is equal to 4 pi ABC, and then this is cos square t sine square t dt. Now we have to use the double angle concept in order to solve this integration. So it would be 1 plus cos 2t by 2, and then you have 1 minus cos 2t divided by 2 dt, right? Integration from 0 to pi by 2. So this is equal to 4 pi ABC as such, and this 4 is taken outside. This is 4, and we have 1 minus cos square 2t, and the integration from 0 to pi by 2 dt. So we have pi ABC, and again we have to use the angle concept of double angle. So this would be equal to 1 plus cos 4t divided by 2, right? And the integration with respect to t. So this is equal to pi ABC. Here it would be equal to t minus, so actually this would be 1 minus 1 by 2, so that is 1 by 2. So we have t by 2, and then minus of cos 4t by 2. Its integration is sine 4t by 8, and the limits of integration from 0 to pi by 2. So this is equal to pi ABC. Instead of t, we will write pi by 2. So we have pi by 4 here, and when you substitute pi by 2 here, so this would be sine 2 pi, so this would be 0. And then when you substitute the lower limit, this would be 0 minus 0. So that means we are finally left with pi square ABC divided by 4. So this is the answer corresponding to this particular question. So the integration of the quantity of the triple integral, this one is equal to pi square ABC divided by 4. So I hope this question is clear to you all. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.